Hey everyone, I'm Brandy and this is Abstract Crafter and welcome to Friday Night Drill with me. We're going to go over some updates while I prep my canvas, and in the updates we'll explain why we are not working on the dragon for episode 2. I'm going to start from the bottom up, so we're going to prep that part of the canvas. I'll just use scissors. So, the dragon, poor dragon. I'm gonna pause real quick before we start. I need to get rid of this towel. Much better. So, after the last drill with me, I had to put it away. And that is because every section after that needed a lot of 310s. And I showed you my plate. No matter how much I dug through there to find the ones with the flat bottoms, I wasn't going to have enough. So, I got really upset because it gives me great anxiety to have to do something like that, to put them away like that. With 3 animals, you don't really want to be having an exposed canvas anywhere other than in your sight. But even to work around it wouldn't have been an option because there was so many, and I didn't want to have that many big open spots. And normally when I run out of drills, or if I feel like I'm not going to have enough, I just order it's usually been just a bag or 2. And I'm gonna pull this hair. I see a hair right here. I gotta put my head in, hold on. But the canvas called for close to just under 9,000 310s. 8,800 to be exact. And that was going to cost more than I wanted to spend to replace drills. Nor should I have to. Like I said, I don't mind buying a bag or 2, mostly because I'm so impatient that I don't want to wait. That wasn't really an option. It's not really in my budget to be replacing 9,000 black beads. It's just not. And so I was just kind of, I didn't know what to do. Wasn't sure how to handle it. And my husband's like, just write to Untitled Artisan. Just write to them and tell them exactly what's going on. Because on top of that, there was at least 6 drills, 6 other colors that they just stunk, and I had to wash them. They were stuck together, and the consistency was bad. Really soft, and like if I were to squish them with my tweezers, it would leave the imprint. And then when you push down on the canvas with them, they would like flatten out, and it was, so I was upset about that because I had already dealt with that with the polar bears. So I wrote a very long email to Untitled Artisan, and I was calm about it. I didn't I explained the situation very clearly. I stated that I was upset and why I was upset, because of the smell of those ones, and there's so many of them clumped together that I spent more time taking them apart than actually being able to work with them. I think the word I used was it would take me hours to get them to a point where I could work with them. And I just didn't think I should have to deal with that. That was the most expensive canvas I have ever bought. It was $40. Plus I spent an additional $30 on the polar bears. So altogether I had spent $70 in that shop. I mean, I got 20% off. So, I mean, that wasn't so bad. Or maybe the polar bears are 25. I can't remember, because my total came to like 55 or something, like $57. I can't remember exactly right off the bat. Either way, not something I feel like I should have to deal with after, you know, no matter how much you pay. If you pay $10, $20, $100, if you buy a product, you should be able to use it and not have to replace. And I just was hesitant about doing it because I didn't want to wait for it to come from China. But at that point, I didn't really feel like I had a choice. So I just started the email with, I really hope that you can offer me a resolution. And I sent it, it was the next day after that drill with me that I ended up sending the email. I noticed the issue before that, but I wanted to think about it instead of being reactive, because I can be quite reactive when I'm upset or when I feel like I don't know, when I feel challenged, or when I feel like somebody's picking on my friends or my kids or anything. I'm really reactive, and so I didn't want to just send a threatening email. I didn't think that that was going to do anything. And plus I wanted to be able to get results. You know, going off on a big tangent on him isn't going to get him to want to help me. And so anyway, like I said, he got back to me pretty much right away. It was less than 24 hours. And he said he could offer me a resolution. He explained that he had gotten a new manufacturer, like I had told you guys before. He said that the 310s have been quickly becoming the bane of the 5D community, which gave me a little chuckle, because it's so true. It seems like the 310s are just so mass produced and in such large quantities that the quality is just not good, because I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a reason for that. It's not just 310s though. I mean, everybody's been dealing with oily drills and sticky drills and soft drills, and frankly, I'm tired of it. We pay good money for these. We wait forever for these to arrive. We shouldn't have to deal with that on top of everything else. And so I was only hoping that he would send me the new drills, but I don't think that he really has that kind of capabilities, considering he gets them from a manufacturer himself. So he offered to send out a new kit immediately. He said he wanted to make it right with me as soon as possible, and that he was going to send me out a whole brand new kit. Well, that made me happy and sad at the same time, because, you know, I can't just be easily pleased. It made me happy because I was just like, yeah, wow, I'm impressed at the steps he's going to take to make sure that, you know, I get what I paid for. But then I was sad because I'm like, well, what if, you know, all the work that I had already put into that. I think I had told you guys that it broke down to, on the bottom, was 5 patches of 5x5, and then I think it was 8 going up. And I had already done one whole side and 2 squares on the top. You know, I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but and just putting a little on the back, because that's going to constantly peel up, being that small amount. I would have chose a different tape if I would have realized. And you know, I'm actually not going to use this tape. I'm going to go with Scotch tape, because that seems to hold a little better. So yeah. So then he asked if I would write him back in 4 days and to get a tracking number. So I did. And that took him 2 days to get back to me. But he said that I would have it within 7 to 10 days. Looking at the tracking, I don't think that that's going to happen, because that would mean think I emailed him on the 5th. So we'll see if it's here by the 15th. That'd be awesome. I'd be so happy. But unless he did some kind of rush order on it, I still don't think you can guarantee that from China. So then it's just to decide once it gets here how I'm going to handle that. I'm hoping that, being that he's getting it from a manufacturer, I'm really hoping that the canvas is still the same, so that I can just take the 310s, and then basically I'd have a whole new kit still, only missing 310s. And then I could maybe give that away, and I would just order new 310s. I don't mind ordering the 310s if that's the only cost for a brand new canvas. But I don't want to promise anything just yet. Not until the canvas gets here and I can take a look at it. And I'll do that with you guys on camera. We'll do that together. Plus then I can have a little bit of documenting. I think right now I'm only going to tape this bottom half because that's where I'm going to start. And I can do with the top half when I get to that. I don't want to spend a lot of time doing this. Last time I promised you guys it would be a 40-minute to an hour video, and I went an hour over that 40 minutes. So we're going to do our best to keep this around an hour to an hour and 20 minutes maximum. It's a small canvas, so a couple other updates then. So we talked about the dragon, and before we do move on, I do want to say that I found that his customer service to be incredible. I understand mistakes happen, and I told him as much. I understand mistakes happen. It's how a company is willing to handle it. That speaks volumes to me. I used to be a customer service manager at Walmart, of all places. So I understand what good customer service should be in the worst of conditions. So that's that. I did want to talk about a couple updates in regards to 2 videos that I've been telling you guys I was going to post. One of them was the round versus square. I filmed that video, and when I went to go watch it back, it was horrible. The quality was crap. It was shaking worse than I've shook in any video. And then I kind of threw a little bit of a fit in the end. I don't know yet if I'm going to refilm that. It took me so long to get everything together for that video and for it to fail. I'm not a quitter, but I'm just wondering if it's worth it. If it's not something I can just talk about in a drill with me. So right now, that one is on hold. If it's something that I feel like we can just talk about together, we'll do that. In a different drill with me, or a different video if I decide to refilm that. And then the other one I wanted to talk about was the Amazon video, and how to order and get quality diamond paintings through Amazon. And after doing a little bit of research, I came across some information that was a little scary for me, as far as Amazon not allowing you to use their logo or their name unless it was for educational purposes, which in this instance it would be. But I'm such a small YouTuber that I really can't afford to have anything go wrong, I guess. I can't afford to be sued by Amazon, or in the future have them tell me I have to take my video down for whatever reason. So I am actually going to email them and just ask them. I'll tell them what the purpose is, that it's for personal use, and that, why I want to make it. And just see what they say. I'd rather get permission than possibly have them take my video down or, God forbid, get sued. I don't know if I would actually get sued. I've seen other people use Amazon icons, but I just know this is something I've wanted for a long time, so I would just rather be sure. If you know what I mean. I hope you can understand and appreciate that. I don't even know if it, I did record the video. I used Zoom. I don't know if any of you guys know what Zoom is. It's typically used in schools, and my husband had it because I told you he's going to school in addition to working full-time. He's going to school full-time, and he does online, and they use Zoom for everything. And so we already had it, so I thought I'd try it. It was the worst quality video that I've ever recorded or even seen. And that's saying a lot, because I am picky when it comes to video quality as far as what I watch. I just wanted to, I don't know, I always like to cover my keys. So I just wanted to get that done. You never know. Let's see, drill pens. I wanted to show you guys something that I had found on one of my drill pens today. And I want to see if anybody else has seen this on theirs. So, let's see. I'm going to get close here. Let's see. Let's see if I could turn this camera on. It's not going to show you. Can you see that? It looks like mold or growth in there. Let's see how close I can get you. It really grossed me out because I never noticed it before, and I have no idea if that's normal. So I thought I'd look at some of my other drill pens. And here's all the rest of my 3s. And here's an example of why. Because if you look at these two... Oh, come on. Make a liar out of me. But you don't see that in there. This one has a tiny, tiny bit of it. I'm trying to find the best spot. Anyway, I've noticed it in the 9s and the 3s. I can't. That first one was the worst of it. Like, maybe you can see it better in the big ones. It is so hard. Maybe I'll try to take a picture. If I can get a picture that depicts it, I'll insert that right here. It looks like something growing in there, and it is so disgusting. And some have it worse than others. This one's weird. You can clearly see a white lump in there. And if my camera would focus, it's fuzzy! And just as... So I'm not completely losing my mind and going batshit crazy. Not all of them have it. But it's not really depicting it the way I want it to anyway. So, hopefully I got that picture to insert, because I just don't know if that's normal. It could very well be. And it could just be the plastic. And I'm weird about things like mold. Of course the baggie falls down. Why wouldn't it? Uno momento. Oh. God, I hope you didn't hear that. That was my knee that cracked. Okay. So, let's see. Amazon video film. So, and then real quick, before I start the next clip of us actually die-on painting, I do have 2 questionnaires in case I get... One has the questions are so easy that I'm probably going to get through it really fast. Oh, and I did not notice it in the 6 because You can see that's a different kind of plastic altogether. No growth. So, in case you didn't catch it, I am doing the new format of uploads on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, with Fridays always being Drill With Me. I'm going to try to do one post or pre-review a week, and something else, like a tips and trick, or like the video yesterday was showing you how I iron these, and I hope that you guys found that useful. I liked it. I thought it was useful. So alright, I'm going to start a new clip, and when we start back up, hopefully we'll be ready to start putting diamond to paper, I guess, instead of pen to paper. Alright. Alright, I got everything set up and ready because I thought I was already recording, but oh well, you guys, you know how that goes. So we're going to be really boring, and we're going to start with the background, mostly because I like to get the borders done so I'm not putting my arm in it. I work down to up. That's typically how I do it, and I don't have a preference of side that I start on. I just go. So, from what I understand, whole world is suffering a heck of a heat wave right now, so hopefully you guys are all surviving that as best you can. Just making sure I'm in frame. So I found a couple questionnaires. One I pulled it all out. Why make me start like this? Why make me have to complain like this? I found... Oh, I gotta remove my updates. I was on this site called MamaCatsLosinIt.com. Cats. It's like MamaKatsLosinIt.com. Mama Cat's Losing It. And she had a whole bunch of questionnaires on there. This one is just called 32 Random Questions, and I thought it would go pretty fast. So I picked that one, and then I know I have tape stuck to me. And then depending on where we're at with time, I printed another one called No Name. I don't even remember the website I got that one from. So we will start with the random questions because it's a shorter one. The other one has 50 questions. And that one I might skip through because I think it was called Getting to Know You Very Deeply or on a Deep Level or something. But I don't know you like that yet. So the first question is, these are so stupid. My husband thought that this would be a good one because it's so random. It's questions that people really, I don't know who asks these questions, but we'll just go with it. So the first one is, do you sleep with your closet doors open or closed? Well, it doesn't matter to me. I think it's cracked, so half and half. It hasn't shut all the way since we moved here, so it's mostly closed, but it is always cracked. Ooh, God, this is just the putty from this thing again, but it's just really holy. It's fighting like canvas. 2, do you take shampoo and conditioner bottles from hotels? You're goddamn right I do. I mean, you're goddamn right I do. I'm really sorry. I'm really trying not to swear. I have a horrid potty mouth, but I'm trying not to swear or be, trying to be more ladylike. In case you have young children watching, I don't want people to feel like, they can't watch me if their families are around. Plus, it looks more advertiser friendly. I guess. Okay. Number 3, do you sleep with your sheets tucked in or out? I don't know. I sleep on top of my sheets. There always has... I usually only have the fitted sheet. I don't even usually have the flat sheet because it just gets in the way. It just gets tangly. So I typically don't sleep with the sheet. And I don't know if that's what they meant by the question, but... let's see. Have you ever stolen a street sign? Number 4. No, I have not. I have found them on the ground and stuff, but I don't know. That kind of stuff never really interested me to have as decorations or anything like that. And I am going a little slow because it's hard to tell exactly where these are going to go because there's no, like, outlines or anything, and until I get a few of them in there, I'm going to be a little slow. But typically with rounds, I'm a little bit faster anyway. So, and like I said, I do checkerboard method. It doesn't matter. I'll probably do it where this little grouping of 4 is, or 4s are. So, I just like the checkerboard method. I didn't even know that's what it was called till I started watching YouTube. That putty, I'm telling you. Number 5, do you cut out coupons and then never use them? Absolutely, 100% all the time. I don't know. I always forget that I have them until after I've left the store. And I know some people will go back and you can do that, as a customer service manager at Walmart, people used to do that all the time. Oh, I forgot to scan my coupons, and then you basically just get cash back no matter what way you paid. But I hate doing it. I don't like going back and doing it. It's not that I'm embarrassed or I don't want to do it. I usually don't have the patience. Walmart is the only store that we have left in our town as far as, well, I don't know, we got a Menards. And I know I've said that I live near a town that's quite busy, and that's true. But in my particular town, there's a Walmart and a Menards, and then a Super One. We have an Aldi's. I don't know if you guys know what Aldi's is. It's just gosh, I guess I don't really know how to explain it. Look, see, that putty is all over that. Gross. Oh my god, this is the worst draw with me ever. I'm probably putting my head in the way because I can't see. Maybe we'll go back over on this side. 6. Oh god. Would you rather be attacked by a bear, a big bear, or a swarm of bees? Well, I guess, I'm not allergic to bees, so I guess I'd rather be attacked by a swarm of bees than a big bear, because I feel like I have a better chance of surviving the bees than the bear. 7, do you always smile for pictures? No, not really. I used to, but then my smile I'd really have to force it, and it would show. You could tell that it was a fake smile. I mean, I kind of have a fake smile that I can kind of get away with now, but for the most part, unless it's a genuine smile, I try not to smile for pictures because it just doesn't look right. So, not always, no. 8. Do you ever count your steps when you walk? I mean, sure, occasionally. It depends. I guess that's situational. I mean, I'm not my OCD, I'm not a counter or anything. But I can recall some instances where I have counted my steps, or going up and down stairs counted how many stairs there were, but I guess I don't. It's not something I do on the regular. What a weird questionnaire, huh? Oh god, I'm so sorry if my head keeps getting in the way. I'll try to stop that. And I'm losing my voice, so awesome. Have you ever peed in the woods? Well, of course, I live by woods. I'm an outside girl. I go camping a lot. Of course, I peed in the woods. I mean, I think that's just I can't think of many people who haven't. I guess if you lived in a city and you've never been camping, or you've never had a bladder infection where there is no time to look for a bathroom, you just go. There's no... I don't know. Let's just move on. It's pretty gross. Do you still watch cartoons? I watch Family Guy. But no, not really. My kids are older, they're not into cartoons and stuff anymore, so there's no need for me to watch cartoons anymore. Where would you bury a hidden treasure if you had some? I'm not telling you. That's just stupid. What if I ever get a treasure and I actually want to bury it? I'd bury it in the ground. That's where I'd bury it. Yeah, God, this putty is sticking to these drills, and it's really showing up because it's very putty on white drills. These are 5200s. Let's see. What do you drink with dinner? Mostly coffee. Occasionally I'll have... I haven't drank soda in over 2 months now, but depending on what my dinner is, I'll have a Coke or a Dr. Pepper. But I don't really drink that much soda anymore. So, and I'm not a big water drinker unless it's with a water mixer. And I apologize if my voice is quiet. My throat has been really sore lately. I think it's from breathing in fireworks smoke, because we had a bunch of sparklers and smoke bombs, and the day we were out there doing them, the wind kept switching, so I apologize if I'm quieter than usual. Just turn your volume up. I've been working on trying to fix that in editing, but it's just not been working out the way I've been hoping, so I intended to talk quieter. I'm just trying to talk closer to the microphone. Let's see. Number 13. What do you dip a chicken nugget in? Well, that depends on my mood. I like honey mustard, ranch, barbecue, sweet and sour. So sometimes I have all of them, and I just take my turn in the different dips. Sometimes I just like one or two. It just depends on my mood. Depends on what I'm craving. Let's see. What movies could you watch over and over and still love? Well, that's not an easy answer. There's always... I have like a lot of movies. The Crow, Crash, Broke Down Palace, Higher Learning. Oh my, there's so many I know I'm gonna miss. The Butterfly Effect. I think that's it for now. I'm sure a bunch more will pop into my head as this goes on, and I'll just start yelling random movie titles. I really gotta put my head in. Hold on. I'm doing a good job for being sideways. Oh, were you ever a Girl Scout? I think I was. But I don't think I ever got past Brownie. Huh. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Would you ever stripper pose nude in a magazine? No. Not because I have anything against it, but because nobody wants to see that. I mean, you do you, girl. You do you. Can you change the oil in your car? Yes, I can. There are certain things that my dad thought was important for me to know as a girl. Changing my own oil, changing my car tire, and then just general maintenance stuff. I've always been fascinated with car engines, so I actually was thinking about possibly maybe one time going to school to be a mechanic. Oh, come on. Ah! I should have just started down here. Oh well. Have you ever gotten a speeding ticket? Nope. I've been pulled over twice for speeding, but never gotten a ticket. Gotten 2 warnings. The first time, actually, I was running late for work, and cop pulled me over for speeding. He said, I'm not going to give you a ticket because I was speeding too. I'm like, who says that? Obviously a nice guy. And then the second time, I was doing 45 and a 30, and I just was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I was just getting done with work, and I was not really paying attention to my speed. I was just kind of cruising along. Oh no, there's 3 times. There's a time in between that. And I got pulled over. I was going downhill. And I used the same excuse. I said I was just coasting. And then I said I didn't even... I looked down and saw, and I was just starting to slow down when you pulled me over. And it worked all 3 times. I don't know. Afraid of heights? Yes. Definitely. Heights and water. Do you sing in the car? I sure do. I actually... have you guys ever seen How I Met Your Mother? And there's that one where they're getting irritated by everybody's little quirks, and it's like the glass is breaking and opening their eyes, and one of the quirks is Marshall sings everything he does. That's me. That's totally me. In fact, I think I was singing as I was setting all this up. Interesting. Very interesting. So yes, I sing in the car, I sing in the house, I sing all the time. I sing. Because why not? Is Christmas stressful? Number 21. No. It is what it is. I mean, yeah, sometimes I get stressed out, worrying that I'm going to be able to get everything that I want to get the kids, or my husband, or my mom, or whatever. But overall, I don't, get this impending sense of stress when Christmas is about to be here. It usually goes smooth anyway, so if I do stress out, it's never worth it. Excuse me. 22 occupations you wanted to be when you were a kid. There was only one. I wanted to be a fashion designer, and for the most part I still do. That was one thing when I watched my last drill with me and I talked about that. I was really upset that when I talked about hobbies that I didn't mention that, because I've attempted several times, but I've never actually had formal training, and the things that I have pictured in my head are way too complicated for somebody who doesn't have formal training. But I love sewing. I do usually the simple things like curtains and pillowcases and stuff, and I wish I could do more. I thought about taking just a class at the tech college, just to learn. I mean, I have a sewing machine, I know how to thread it, I know how to use it, but I don't know how to follow a pattern or cut a pattern or anything like that. So little things like that might be nice to know how to do. I'm sure I could figure it out if I gave myself enough time. But do you believe in ghosts? I don't know if I want to answer that. There's just some things that are too controversial for YouTube. But in the spirit of things, get it? Yeah, I do believe in ghosts. Let's just leave it at that. We can talk about that kind of stuff a different day. The first concert you ever went to? Death Row Tall. And I remember I was 17, maybe 18. Anyway, my dad had gotten tickets and he gave them to me and my boyfriend at the time, and we went, and it was a seated concert. And there was all these hippies around there just smoking weed and passing around joints, and it was really weird. I didn't take any, I didn't smoke any that day. It was weird though. I kinda, at the time, I don't smoke anything anymore, I don't do anything. But at the time, I kind of wish, I kind of was like, oh, I wish they'd pass it to me. Maybe this would be more enjoyable then. Oh my god. Oh, stupid. Stupid. Walmart, Target, or Kmart? Well, if I had a choice of it, it would definitely be how about I just say them all? Target. Like I just said earlier, Walmart's the only store I have in my town that's in that genre. And actually, if you go to the town just next to us, because like I mentioned, I live in the Twin Ports, the town next to us, their Kmart's are closing down, and there's a Target there. So occasionally when I go over there, I'll go to that one. We used to have one here, and it closed down. We used to have a Kmart here, and that closed down. Ugh, this sad town. We used to have a lot. I don't know why they all left. I think it has something to do with land taxes. 26. Nike or Adidas? Whatever's on sale and the cheapest. I don't have a preference. Ugh, 27. Can you curl your tongue? No, and it actually really grosses me out for some weird reason when people roll or curl their tongue or... Ugh. Ick. I don't know why. It just ick. 28. Have you ever cried because you were so happy? Yes. I can't have any emotion without crying. I feel too much sometimes. If I get mad, too mad, I cry. If I get happy, I cry. Sad, whatever, you name it. It'll make me cry. It's something I've actually worked on because it's kind of embarrassing just to cry about everything. And then I actually had a hysterectomy a few years ago. Then I really cried. I was watching Survivor one time, and I cried because the freaking water was so gorgeous. I mean, it's gotten better. I don't cry that much anymore, but it was really bad for a while. One moment. Ah! I'm gonna kick the table while I check the time. Alright, I thought I'd just start a new clip. We were at 22 minutes on that clip, so I figured why not. Let's just start a new clip. Then we'll just pick up where we left. Let's see. I think I was telling you how emotional I can be. We're gonna be done with that, though. The last concert you saw. Well, I went to see the Cottonmouth Kings with my friends because they wanted some extra company. And my husband had never been to a concert, so I took him with. Well, the people we were with, it was a couple, and the husband had bad asthma, so he couldn't be on the floor. And so we sat up. It was like a bar that had 2 levels, and we sat up on the 2nd level watching the most boring concert I've ever seen in my life. I never even really heard their music, but every concert I had been to after Death Row Tull was super exciting, and I thought that this would be exciting too, but they just didn't put on a very good show. I felt bad, because that was my husband's first and only experience with concerts. Ugh. Poor dude. Can you knit... Oh, it says, can you knit of crochet? I think they meant or crochet. And, no. I've never tried. My grandma used to do it all the time. And I do want to learn how to cross stitch. I know that's not the same, but... Anyway, 32. Are you a dog person or a cat person? Well, I really can't choose one over the other, considering I have both. I like both. I'm just an animal person in general. I love all animals, I think. Yeah, I like all animals. Okay, so that one I knew would kind of go fast. And since we got like 2 clips left... Well, this one and one more possibly. It was... maybe, because it's already been a long time, so we'll see, because... This will be clip 3, so that'll be about an hour. Then we add one more, so one more after this at max. So I'll do this other one. And I can already see a couple of the questions that I know I'm going to skip because they're stupid. And I don't even know if I'm going to read them to you. Maybe I will. Because they're stupid. Where did you grow up? I'm trying to think how I want to answer this. I grew up in Wisconsin. You can deduct all of what I've told you, all the little hints, and you can guess it. I'll tell you if you're right. That's it, though. I'm not going to give you anything if you're right, other than the satisfaction of knowing you got it right. What is the earliest memory you have? God, I don't know. That's too much of a thinker, and I'm already too quiet in this one as it is. Number 3, what would you do with the money if you won the lottery? Well, pay off debt. I don't have a lot, but I'd pay it off in what I do have. Put some away. Make sure that my kids were set up. I would give some to my family members. I'd buy a house and I'd move the hell out of Wisconsin. I think I'd move to Hawaii or Maine or Seattle. Yeah. I would definitely get away from this area. Far, far away. I'm sure there's a lot more I'd do. I know I would either donate to charity or start one. That's a good question. Alright, what could you have done to make today more productive? Nothing, because it wasn't all on me. It was about the weather. The weather was uncooperative and nasty on purpose. And so therefore, there's not a dang thing that I feel like I could have done to be more productive. No, I'm just kidding. I tried. I tried to do little things here and there today without, but still staying comfortable. And it was just so, disgusting. And like where I live, sometimes we'll get really lucky, and since I live on Lake Superior, sometimes we'll get really lucky and the wind will switch on us. And it'll just be this really cold breeze. And when it's been miserably hot like this, like in the 90s all humid, that lake breeze is like the best thing in the whole world. Because then you cool down instantly, you cool down your house in a matter of an hour or less. And then I'm most comfortable when I can wear a sweatshirt. So then I'd be able to put a sweatshirt on, and then I'd be able to do some much needed cleaning. It never happens when you want it to happen, though. It only happens when you actually are out, like, trying to get a tan, or you need the weather to be warm. Something like that. I don't know. Let's see. Would you rather have a flying reindeer or a unicorn? What the? I guess a unicorn. Reindeer are ugly. Yeah, I'd rather have a unicorn, because then I wouldn't need to win the lottery. I'd have a frickin' unicorn. Oh my god, I think this questionnaire is meant for children. Do you need to be tucked into sleep, or can you fall asleep anyhow? Oh, I really need to be tucked in. No. Skip. I don't need to be tucked in. 7. If you had to wear one item forever, what would it be? Sweatpants. I don't know, that's like the best thing in this whole wide world is sweatpants. Comfy ones, like brand new ones. Or it's really soft and fleecy on the inside. Or like the ones from Victoria's Secret Pink. Oh, I love those ones. Those are like my favorite sweatpants ever. The boyfriend cut. The boyfriend style. See, now this is a question I'm just not going to answer. It says if you had to kiss, marry, and kill YouTubers. Who would you choose, and what would you do with them? That is stupid. I'm not into that. 9. What is a question you want to answer but nobody asks? Oh. I don't know. Nothing, I guess. I don't really... I guess I don't need any prompts to tell people stuff. If I want to tell you something, I'm just gonna... You know, I mean, I guess occasionally I might hint to my husband to ask, you know, if I want anything from the store or something. No, I don't know. Oh, another cartoon question. What cartoons do you still watch? I already answered that. What show do you watch that isn't targeted for your age group? Oh, a lot. I guess it's like teen dramas. Like, I don't know. I don't know if they're like specifically targeted for my age group or not. I used to love Pretty Little Liars when that was on. I felt like that was geared toward a younger audience. I don't know. I don't really think anything. I mostly watch YouTube, so. 12. What show do you wish would come back from your childhood? Ren and Stimpy. I don't even have to finish that. Ren and Stimpy. I freaking love that show. Though I can almost guarantee without a doubt that now I would be super annoyed by it. See, I think I could do this a little faster. I am not this slow at doing rounds. But it's because they don't have like a definitive outline of where they should go. So I'm being extra precautious. Let's just stop that right now. Oopsie. How did you get in this? Let's see what's next on the old questionnaire. Maybe if I do this, I could pick it up, because then I would have to hold on the canvas too. See, the other one I highlighted every other question, and I didn't do that with this one. Oh, what song do you not know the lyrics of but like to sing anyways? All of them. I always think I know the lyrics of every song I sing. Excuse me. But then I always get it wrong. Like just a word here or there. It happens every time. It doesn't even embarrass me anymore. If you could have one talent, what would it be? Wow. Stumper. I think I'd like to be able to dance a little better. Like classically dance or ballet or any kind of dance. I really like dancing. I'm not very good at it though. Especially now that I'm older. I can't, it's just too, it hurts my knees too much anymore. I ain't made like I used to be. 15. Would you rather the world remain peaceful forever or no one on earth ever goes hungry? Well, that's kind of a stupid question, because if the world was peaceful forever, then there wouldn't be hunger because we would share. So, I don't know. Sorry, I just went quiet. I'm going to cut out all these silences. That's a note to myself, not really telling you guys. Let's see. What is a weird food combination that you do? I don't know, is bananas and peanut butter weird? I like that. Or, peanut butter toast with sugar on top? Like, I sprinkle sugar. I don't know. Even when I was pregnant, I never ate weird food combos that I can remember. Get in there. Would you rather eat or drink your calories? Drink. That's easy. There's a reason behind that. And that's not really something we'll go into at a different day. And my energy levels are better. And I'm more talkative. I think I was so self-conscious because I rambled so much in the last one. And so now I'm kind of holding back a little bit more. And I'm guessing that when I edit this, I'm going to be editing out a lot of silent spots. Where I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know. Stupid. I'm going to put my head in real quick so I can peek at this. Not doing too bad considering there's no outlines. 5 things that make your average day better. Oh, well, this is going to be the cheesiest answer ever, but just seeing my kids, so there's 1, 2, 3. Seeing my husband, 4. Taking the dog for a walk, 5. Told you it was going to be lame. 19, would you rather someone go through your phone, text messages and all, or go through your internet history? I don't really care either way. I don't do anything that I'm ashamed of. I always tell my kids that too. That, like, if I come in the room and they're quickly, like, shutting down their computer or covering their screen, I'm like, well, you shouldn't be doing. If you don't want me looking at it, then you're obviously doing something that you shouldn't be. So, no, I wouldn't care. Go through both. I'm nothing that... I'm not a naughty person. I don't do things to be shameful or that I feel like I need to hide. No, it doesn't bother me in the least. You could grab my phone right now and you'd probably fall asleep from boredom. That's how lame it is. What are 3 things you would do if you were stranded in a rainforest to ensure your survival? Well, first, shelter, find water, find a food source. Simple. Anyone who's watched Survivor knows that. Jeez. 21. If only you and one other person were the last human beings alive, who would... Oh, that's weird. They put a comma after alive, and then it says who would, comma, you want the other person to be. My husband, of course. I mean, I already vowed to spend the rest of my life with him, so it only makes sense that that's who I would take with me. We enjoy our each other's company quite a bit. So, yeah. If you had to choose never to use Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube again, which one would you let go? Well, I never used Twitter anyway, so Twitter. I really like the idea of Instagram, but I never seem to, start, but then I never keep up. Or, I'll go back to it and try to, start up again, and after about a week or 2, I just give up. I don't know why. I enjoy it. I like being on Instagram. I think it's because I'm lazy. Sorry, my leg is consistently falling asleep on me. Because I'm sitting at the edge of my chair so that I'm hopefully not in the screen when I'm trying to do this. God, this is just making me look really bad. Oh, that's a really... Hold on. It's like a... Not a normal size bead. There's another one right here. It's like garbage. It's like that in the last, hold on, I gotta put my head in again, guys. It's like, just like, it was showing you in that last, or you haven't seen it yet, but it'll be in my post review. Where it's just a lot of I can't even tell if that's, oh, it is a bead. You know how you get those little discs that have no texture to them? You'll see that in my next post review on Monday. Or whenever you happen to watch it. And that's what I thought that was, and that's what I just threw in my tray here. Oh, I like it. It's really tight. Maybe not. Well, that kind of looks like crap. I'll fix it later. Alright. I'm gonna check the time. And then we'll go on. I probably bored you half to death. I'm so sorry. I just don't know what happened. I was like all gung-ho. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna record 3 videos today. And then I start filming the video and I'm just like, boring, boring, blah, blah, boring, boring, blah. I don't know what. I think it's because I don't have coffee tonight. I don't like that bead, but I don't want to get rid of it. It's not garbage, I just don't like it. And I hate when I'm low energy because then I end up editing out a lot of quiet spots. When you're doing a drill with me, you don't really want to do that. Because then, you know, you get these cuts, jump screens, and I'm not trying to do that to you guys. You know, make it look all stupid. I suppose if you're drilling along with me, you don't even notice anyway. I'll try to pick up the energy in the last little bit here. So, if you've made it this far, I applaud you, and you really are a true fan. No, I don't like to call you guys fans. Let's not do that. You are a true friend. Oh, did that give you the warm tinglies? Because it sure did me. Maybe I'm getting my second wind now. Who knows? Let's go on with this questionnaire, shall we? Let's see where we left off. Which languages do you speak? I just speak English. Which languages do you wish you could speak? Ojibwe. I took French when I was in high school, but I wasn't very good at it because I couldn't roll my R's. I would like to learn Spanish. I'd like to learn Hmong, or Chinese, or Japanese, or some kind of Eastern language. Yeah, I think that would be fun. Let's see. What's next? What country do you wish you were from? Well, I don't really wish I was from any other country. I like being an American. But I will just answer this in the way of, I kind of wish I could live in Australia. And then, I wouldn't mind living in France. I wouldn't mind living in Canada, as weird as that might sound to you guys. They just got their crap together up there. So much more than America does. Just my opinion. Please don't kill me if you're a gung-ho American. It just my thoughts. Let's see. What is your favorite moment in history? I don't really know how to answer that, if I should answer that in the sense that, like, my history or history as a whole. Sometimes I really wish, see, I'm pushing this picture up ever so slightly every time I put a drill in. I kind of want to go back to times of, like Queen Elizabeth and, Mary, Queen of Scots. What was that show that was on with her in it? That was focused on Mary, Queen of Scots. What was that? I loved that show. I guess that could be part of that answer of shows that are too young for me. Because though they tried to, portray history, you could tell it was totally geared toward younger audiences by, like, the things that they would say, the way they would dress. But I absolutely loved that show. Oh my freaking god. What was it? I don't know. Let's see. If you had a time machine, would you rather go back in time or into the future? Well, unless I could change things in the past, like certain big events that could benefit us now, I will go back then, but I think I'd rather go see what the future's all about. So I know, like, typical answer would be, I'd like to go in the past and get the, you know, win the lottery or something. You could do that if you went into the future, too. You could go in the future a month and see what the Powerball is going to be when it's, like, up at 100 million or whatever. And then win the lottery. Let's see. I kind of want to come down and go around and just outline this bottom of this tree. I don't know, I kind of like doing things like that, but then I kind of want to go up into the tree a little bit. Let's go up, that looks more fun. I'll do that a lot. I'll just start going on random spots on my canvas. I'm kind of a nerd like that, like, no rhyme or reason. Just so I can see what it looks like filled in. Like sometimes when I know I need to go to bed, I'm like, but I just want to see what that looks like before I go to bed. Like stupid. Like so stupid. Anyway, let's, excuse me, sorry. I hate that. I am so sorry. I can't even believe I keep clearing my throat, but my throat is so sore no matter what I do. It gets getting more and more sore. Maybe that's another reason why I'm so low energy and so quiet in this one. Because my throat really does hurt bad. But I don't really have any other time to do this because these drill with me's take forever to edit. Just with the program I use. But anyway, I'm getting way off track. See, that's what happens when I don't do the checkerboard. Ugh. Pet koala or pet panda? Neither. I don't really care for either one. I don't care for either one. Let's just, I'm gonna flip the paper around. We just may get through all 50 of these questions and then I'll have to fill in the gaps on my own. See, rambling has its purpose. I gotta stand up and see if that's in the way. It's not! Ooh, that looks really good on camera. A little crooked. Let's see if I can fix that. Oh, you are not going to be annoying like that paper. I've never tried doing this before with a tray to straighten the drills out. I just wanted to see if it would work. It's really driving me nuts. I'm going to bring it up close so you can see. You see? There's like no marks to know where it goes. So I just have to hope that I'm getting it in between. Like I'll show you randomly. Like right here. I just gotta hope that I get that in between the letters as best as possible. See? Or the letters, the numbers. As best as possible. I'm gonna try to retape this. I tape up my notes and stuff on my box, if you remember from my first one. How I have this rigged set up. Yeah. I just tape my notes and my questionnaires up like that. Okay, I'm gonna start a new clip, alright? This is gonna be the last clip, so if you're watching this, like, and you don't see the difference in the clips, it's gonna be the last 20 minutes. I think an hour and 20 minutes is a good time for a drill with me. Hour and a half at most, but since I can only do 25-minute clips, then I don't know. That's just how we're doing it. Okay? Should I try this? Should I? Let's try it. Where's my wax? Where are you? Gotcha. Let's try it. So what I do when I got it in the jar is I just kind of angle it. Oh, I don't got enough wax in here to do that. So I guess I'll just try to spread it out. Oh, this is like the worst possible, messiest way to get wax into a drill tip, is it not? I just want to use this container up, though. And just be done with it. Plus, I did the 3 drill tip, and I was okay. But, I don't know. I have control issues. So, I don't really like using the multi-drill tips. But, because then I feel like I'm giving up control. And we'll just see how it goes. So I'm just trying to smooth this out as best I can. Make sure we got it in there nice and evenly. Alright, let's try it. Let's give this a little shake. See, I love when people shake their trays, so I was really upset that I denied you guys that. Because I can't be the only one. Oh my god, I heard a drill fall. Maybe it fell to the floor because my cat just went after something like it was a mouse. Alright. Alright. You know, I'm not really a huge fan of this tray. I'm going to order some of those big white trays and try those out. Just when I do this, because I angle it downward, I have to like keep my hand there because the drills like to fall out. But let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'll answer a few more questions. I just want to try this once. Maybe I can't get 6. I'm going to regret this as soon as I do it, you know that? There we go. I've never tried the 6. I've only tried the 3. And I think maybe the 9. But let's just try it. I mean, can't hurt, right? So, everything I've read or heard, you just need to have confidence. Oh my god, that worked. Let's do it again, let's do it again, let's do it again. Just confidence. Oh, I only got 4. Then straight down. Because if you hesitate like I just did, then you have to go in and move them. I'm sorry if my head's in the way. That wasn't too bad. If they always went on like that, and a lot of people say you can't use them with rounds. Well, I just did, sucker. Maybe it's because I didn't smooth it out again, and that's why I didn't get 6. Let's try 4. See, I only got 1 that time. What in the hell? Maybe you can't. There, I got 4. I only wanted 4. So let's see. Oh my god, that kind of worked. Oh. See, and the other reason I don't really like the multi-tips is because I'm never really in a rush to get these done. You know, I like taking my time with them. But that was kind of nice. So I don't know, do you guys always smooth yours out after each go with the pen? See, I keep only getting 4. I hesitated again. Confidence shaken. Oops, and I pushed that one way down. Holy crap, that one ice skated across the canvas. Okay. That's just too much fun for me, so let's just stop that. Let's just go back to the manual method that I enjoy so much. Because you really... It does work with rounds in a situation like this, but if they were like the typical round canvases where there are circles, you wouldn't be able to do that because it's going to be almost impossible to tightly line up your drills They're not tightly, but to line them up in the way that the circles are laid out too. That is kind of fun. It's kind of addicting. Kind of. It's just so much quicker. But then if you don't get it right, then you have to move them. That's kind of fun though. I kind of enjoyed that, guys. One more. And then we just need to go back to manual drilling. Because I can guarantee I have to get my head in there. Because then I always end up moving them. I'm not pushing down super hard though, so they're moving fairly easily when I screw up like that. But it doesn't look terrible, does it? I mean, you don't see like obvious lines. It almost looks better than my crooked lines because I'm doing this. Normally, this is how I'm doing I'm like this. No kidding. Face right in that canvas. Maybe not quite that close, but I was being a tiny bit dramatic there. But it's not that far off. Okay, I think, that's enough of that. Let's finish these questions. We got through a lot. It says, so we left off on 31. The power to communicate with animals or the power to communicate with plants? Ooh. Well, I don't know. I think I'd rather communicate with animals because I live with animals just as much as, I don't know. I don't think that plants would have much to say. Now I'm second guessing that. Would it be, I feel like I have a sense of communication with my animals, so maybe I would want to talk to plants. But then would they have anything interesting to say to me? Or would it just be like a dud conversation? I don't know. I think, though, it would be nice if my animals could answer me back sometimes. Yeah, I don't mind having conversations with them the way that I'm having with you right now. You know, where it's one-sided, but it might be nice if they did answer me back from time to time. So, 32. What is your usual bedtime? Oh, there is no usual bedtime for me. It's whenever that head hits the pillow. Some nights I'm just busier than others. Some nights there's more videos on than others, and it's summertime right now, so I don't have to get up in the morning to bring my daughter to school or to get my son online, because he does online school. My youngest one, Talon, does online school. So I don't have to get up to make sure anybody's on. So it's kind of a nice little break. So I guess I'd say the last 2 weeks it's been like 4 a.m., which is just so ridiculous when I to even say that out loud, because it feels so wrong to be up that late. But I still get up super early, so it's not like I'm still up by like 8 or 9. I can function just fine throughout the day with 4 or 5 hours of sleep. It doesn't bother me to get such little sleep. Whereas my kids, on the other hand, that would be the end of the world if they knew it. Alright. What do you remember to be the worst day you've ever had? I'm not going to go into that one. That can be a whole different story time, all in its own. I guess I'll just use a generic answer and be like the day that my grandma died. Because we were super close and I was super young, and it was the first death that significantly impacted me. I remember it like I remember 9/11. Yeah, I remember the feelings, the atmosphere. I remember... I can just... Oh, okay, we gotta get out of that mindset. That's not a good mindset to be in. What is an irrational fear you had as a child? As a child, I think I still have irrational fears. I have an irrational fear of the water. I have an irrational fear of heights. There's this in my town, there's 2 high bridges that connect my town and the town next to mine. And when I go over them, I drive as fast as I possibly can. Because if the bridge were, say, to start collapsing over the lakes, over Lake Superior, it takes normally just maybe less than 5 minutes to cross the bridge. I try to do it in the least amount of time as possible. And what I'm doing here is, once I notice that there's these little globs of like plastic like that, I know that there's more, and I have to just find them and get rid of them. Just so that they don't get in my way as I'm working. There's just so many. This is not good. Because they obviously do their drills by weight. So, yeah. I think my most irrational fear is the water one, though. Because it goes far beyond a realistic fear. Yeah. What is something silly you believed as a child? God. I don't know. I don't think there was anything I thought that was silly. Whatever I believed at whatever time was the most real thing that, you know, I could have felt or thought as a child. So, even if it really is silly, so to speak, to me, in that moment, whatever it was very real, so it wasn't silly. Not in the least bit. I try not to look back at anything and regret, and I try not to judge myself too harshly on anything I ever did or thought or felt. And because at the time, that there was a reason, you know, whatever caused you to believe in silly things, there was a reason you believed in such silly things. And they weren't silly to you at the time, so I don't really look back at my life or the things I did in life in that way, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. That's a weird question. I'm not doing very good at this, am I? I'm so sorry. This is the most boring drill with me you guys have ever watched. You've probably already clicked out 20 minutes ago. We got about 10 minutes before I'm going to start saying my goodbyes to you guys as well. You know, I shouldn't have done that, because who's to say they're going to line up? I guess then I just start filling in, huh? So, the next question is 38. If the kid version of you were to meet you now, how would they react? Oh my god, I would think I was lame. I know I would have. I had such high hopes for myself, and I thought I was going to be... Seriously, cat? No! So sorry, look at... My cat's obsessed with tissues. See this? And he constantly rips tissues out of the tissue box and just destroys them. And I'll wake up in the morning and there'll just be tissues everywhere. But anyway, I thought that I would be a successful clothing designer, and that I'd be living in like some big city, not necessarily like New York or Hollywood or anything like that. But I just thought that I'd be... I didn't even plan to start having kids until I was in my 30s. And here I am with three kids. One's already almost 19. The other's 15. And my last baby is 11. I mean, I didn't think I'd be here. And I don't mean that in a sad or a bad way. But I know that I would think that I was lame right now. I would think, oh my god, what do you do for fun? You don't do anything for fun anymore. I would be disappointed, and then I'd probably go into a depression of some sort because of how lame I am now. I don't think I'm lame now, but I know myself back then, and I would have thought that I'm lame. I would have been very hard on myself. 39, what is your favorite fictional world? World of Warcraft. No doubt. It's really weird because I also read the WoW fantasy books. And it's like when I get to the end of it, I almost get sad. Like, you guys that read Harry Potter and stuff, do you ever get that way? It's like, you wish you could have really been in that world. And so I used to always wish I could just be in the World of Warcraft. And I don't even, not because I didn't want to be in my own life, but because that world sounded so cool, even though it's a world of war. I don't know. I can't explain it to you, but sometimes when I read books like that, I get really sad when they're done, and I can't, it does something to me, it affects me, and then that's all I can think about for days and days. And it's not just World of Warcraft books, that's just the first books that came into my head. Any kind of fantasy type books like that, where, like when I was reading The Hunger Games, as crappy as those towns were, it made me sad that I wasn't a part of that world in the real life. Not for a long time either. Like yes, I would think about it all the time, but I wouldn't be sad about it all the time, if that makes sense. Like, the sadness would only last probably about 20 minutes, half hour, but I would still think about that book and the things that I read for days. It's the weirdest phenomenon. God, I really hope I'm not alone, because that just makes me sound so creepy when I think of it now. God, please don't judge me too harshly. Oh, number 40. What teacher left the most impact on your life? My sixth grade teacher, Mr. Johnson. He actually sent me to a math and science camp because at that time my testing came back and showed that I was in the top 10%, I think, of the smartest kids in math and science in the U.S. And so I got to go to a special math and science camp, and he would just let me conduct all these crazy experiments, and I'd present them to class, and I would do all these, questionnaires and make all these charts and graphs with the data that I compiled. And one time, I went camping, and they let me use it as, a school field trip, as a learning experience, and I brought back a beehive, and we thought it was dead. No bees had come out of it or anything. But then, of course, I get it to school. My teacher was so excited, we cut it open so that we could examine what a beehive looked like for science class. And bees started flying out. Oh my god, that was embarrassing. It wasn't a ton. I could probably say 5 or less, but still, in a classroom, and all these kids just running around and screaming, it was mortifying. But like I said, my grandma was the one who took me, and she had found it in the woods, so it's not like she killed a colony or anything. But there just must have been a few still stunned because it was on a campground, so I'm sure that the people that maintained it sprayed it or something so it wouldn't attack the other campers. And so when she found it, there was no bees flying around it. Oh, look at it. Sylvanas wants to say hi. Hi, bye. See you guys later. Not stepping on my canvas. But yeah, she had just found it, and she said there was no bees flying around, and she had a truck with one of those covers on it, and she kept it in there, and we never saw a single bee. And we actually had it in the classroom for a few days until we cut it open, but I guess it was just the actions of cutting it open that made these bees wake up or whatever. And I mean, they didn't try to attack or anything, they just flew around stunned. Of course, then we had to kill them, but that's all I really remember of it. I don't remember if my teacher was even mad or anything, but he was so awesome, and I'd like to get to stay in his classroom on lunches and wash the chalkboard. I'm not even kidding. I did that. And then, like, I would get to clean or work on one of my weird experiments that he let me do, or compile the data of one of the quizzes that I had sent around with a questionnaire. I was that kid. I was totally that kid. Only after 6th grade, though, that all went away. Even though that math and science camp was probably one of the most fun things I've ever done in my entire life. I just remember all the awesome things that we got to do and learn, and yeah, that teacher really made a big impact on me. He really believed in me, and I hadn't had a teacher before that or after that believed in me like that and encouraged me. Isn't that sad? Of all the teachers that you have in life. Let's see. What was the most significant event of your life? Well, it wasn't the bee story, I tell you that. You know what? We'll save that for a different day, too, because that might be a fun story time for a drill with me. Would you say you have more of an English brain than a math brain? Yes. Even though I tested high in the math and science, I'm pretty sure it was because of the science, but I don't get numbers. Words I get. I used to, I was so good in college with my English that they wanted me to tutor. Because it just made sense to me. I just got it. You know, writing was always super easy for me. And reading, I could read. I'm not like a speed reader like Trisha Paytas, but, you know, I can read fast and understand what I'm reading. And apparently that's not something a lot of people can do. But, yeah, I'm definitely more English-minded than math-minded. That's for sure. Will you want to be remembered after you die? Well, of course. Who doesn't? Who wants to be forgotten when they die? Like, I guess maybe a serial killer, but I don't even think they want to be forgotten when they die. You think that they are hoping that they leave an impact, which is kind of why they're serial killers, am I right? I mean, no? I don't know. What was the last movie you watched? Yeah, well, I don't know if this counts, but we just actually watched a documentary for all mankind on Mick Foley. If you're a wrestling fan, then you'll know who he is. And it was really good. My husband just more recently gotten into wrestling, more specifically wrestling that he watched as a child. And we subscribe to the WWE network, and we watch old wrestling matches together all the time. And I just love it. Well, I loved it as a kid, and I was just telling my husband this story that when I found out that it wasn't necessarily real, I mean, they are getting hurt for real and stuff, but that it was more scripted, it broke my heart, and I never wanted to watch it again. But then as I got older, and I started listening to some of these wrestling podcasts that my husband listens to, and, like, really paying attention to the storylines of the wrestling, you know, and the shows, the more I appreciated it for what it was, and the talent and the skill that these men and women have. I just find myself obsessing over it all over again, and I love it. But alright, guys, I'm gonna stop, and I'm gonna add an end clip now, okay? So, obviously we didn't get very much accomplished. We went really slow, but that's because I'm used to having my head right there and over it, and being able to, you know, get more. I mean, it's already driving me crazy because I can see so many crooked ones, and that I'm gonna have to try to maneuver and fix. Maybe it won't matter when it's all said and done, but and I'm really sorry if this was really low energy. Like I said, my throat's been really sore, and it felt like I am too hard on myself. Nobody's said anything about me rambling, but I feel like it's like something I notice, and then I think that other people are bothered by it. I'm big on assuming things, and not always for the better, I guess. And so I get stressed out and I worry that I'm rambling too much. And so I started out really low energy and trying not to ramble too much and just answer the questions. And, and I realized that's not really what I like in a drill with me. I like when they ramble and tell stories and talk because it helps fill the time. I mean, this is all I got done in that time. I mean, I did this stuff too and whatnot, but I just wish I could have gotten more accomplished. I feel kind of like a bit of a loser right now that this is all I got done, and I'm really sorry, like I said, that it was so low energy in the beginning. And anyway, so coming up, we got, let's see, Monday should be my post review on that, it was called Beauty. It was an Amazon order, and it was like the undead girl holding a black cat, and spoiler, no, just kidding. You're gonna have to watch that to find out. So that should be going up Monday, and then Tuesday, I'm hoping maybe I'll have a freaking package. I mean, something should be here. I am really, really upset with that one place that I ended up ordering from, Diamond Art Club, because they said that it could take up to 10 days, that they're printing my order now, and it could take up to 10 days to process the order, and then they would ship it. And it said that unless I specifically purchased from their buy now or something, buy now selection, but there was not anything like that. Even after I seen that they had said that, I went back and looked at several canvases. I mean, not a lot considering how much they have, I guess, but I didn't see a buy now section, and I didn't see any paintings that said buy now or available now or ready now or any of those key terms. And so I feel like they kind of ripped me off a little bit. Not really ripped me off. Yeah, because it was the same. It's the same size as this painting at like twice the cost. I think what I paid for these 4 canvases, and I still paid more than that. I don't know. We'll save that for the review. But I'm just really upset about it. I'm like trying to find American companies for people in America. I mean, granted, I get it. Other countries have slow shipping from China too. But there's not a lot that I can do yet about that. I want to take care of, one country at a time. What the heck? I won't pick up any more diamonds. I just want to put a few more in. I do plan on looking into that and trying to be, there we got it. I want to be as helpful to every country. I mean, my demographics are spread all over, so I'm not trying to just cater to Americans. I don't want you guys to think that. I love you all, and so I will look into other buyer or other sellers specific to certain countries as soon as I can find a decent one in America. That's not an arm and a leg, because I think that painting was $27. But I did it for you guys. I did it to review it for you guys. I'm not blaming you guys, but I did. I'm like telling my husband, I need to find as many American sellers as possible, because then I think I want to do Cooper Diamond Art next and see what she's all about, because I know that you can get canvases and beads to do heaven and earth designs from her. But I think I want to order just a regular canvas first before I even see about a quote from her, because I really want to find some good local sellers, or homegrown sellers, I guess, whatever you want to say. Let's see, is there anything else? I think that's it. Yeah, if there's anything else, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask them in any of my videos. And I can go back through and check comments, and I can save those for the next row with me. I don't know if I want to keep doing tags or if I want to start telling you guys stories instead, because I wasn't familiar with this tag and I didn't read it beforehand. I think that had a lot to do with my low energy and a lot of the I'm really trying to work on that too, so I don't say that as much, but you know, I think that had a lot to do with why I don't feel like this video was as successful, because I wasn't familiar with it. So I don't know if I want to keep doing tags. Maybe I'll just start doing story times. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what it is that you guys prefer. If you prefer I just keep this format of doing updates and then tags, or if you want me to do updates and then a story time, or do you want me to mix it up a little bit? I will put a poll up in the corner, even though I have no idea how to retrieve the information from the polls yet. I'm still working on that. Come on, just want a few more girls to get put on there before I whatever, let's just pack it up. But yeah, I want to thank you guys. We are kicking butt. We are gaining subscribers steadily. It's awesome that all you beautiful souls want to be a part of what I have going on here, and we're making our own little family. And not just me and you guys and the other diamond tubers. That's what I was gonna say, diamond painting YouTubers. You know, we're just a nice little family, and it makes me so proud and happy to be a part of it. And so I'm really excited, and when we come back, hopefully I'll have the dragon and we can get back to doing that one in the drill with me. As nice as this one is, I don't think you guys would really be, I don't know, maybe if I was doing the colors it'd be more interesting. I don't know. But alright. I'm gonna cut it off here, guys. Thanks again for sticking it out with me, and I hope you guys have an awesome day. Have fun diamond painting, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!